Professor Upul Sonnadara, the Dean of the Faculty of Science, University of Colombo Faculty of Science.
Good afternoon. This session we have organized because of your request. So I assume that everybody can hear and you will have a lot of questions to ask us, whatever the clarification you need. With us we have members, academic staff, senior academic staff members representing all the departments in the faculty. So any specific questions related to subject they can answer. Basically, if I don't have a presentation, so I will explain the special selection process. We have display on the web the eligibility list we generated, and we have checked that from various departments they have gone through it, and that is available on the web now. So some of you may have been selected for number of special degrees, others may have been selected for few. That of course depending on the courses you have done in the first and second year plus your performance. Now the idea is that by Wednesday noon, I think 24th 12 o'clock, we need your selection, final selection what you are planning to do, and then we will distribute it to the departments, and then we will generate the final list. Those who have scored the highest marks, we will select based on the criteria we have given in the handbook, and the final list we will try to make it available by Friday afternoon. So that's the timeline. So don't come after Wednesday noon bringing various documents saying that you could not submit, because that is the final deadline. Because this process, when we start, we cannot go back. So in the form you will find that you can give number of choices. So whatever the special degree you want to do first should be your first preference. If you don't get selected, you can put the next one as your second preference, and so forth. So selection process, what we do is, don't think that any degree you put as your second preference, you will have a penalty. You don't have a penalty for that. So let's say you want to do, I will start with the subject I know. Let's say you want to do physics special as the first choice. So you put that as the first preference. Then second, you put engineering physics. Now in the physics special list, if you are not getting selected for physics special, then we take your form and give it to the engineering physics selection list. Then they will consider separately that selection. So just because you have put the engineering physics second doesn't mean that you are not getting selected or you will be put in the bottom of that list. You will get your choice, but depending on the merit you have. One clear thing is that in the past we found students, once they submit the selection list, later they come and say, no sir, this is not what I want to shift to another degree, that is my second preference. Those things cannot be allowed, because once we select the list and when we finalize students, if one student want to make a change, we'll have to redo the whole thing. So that is not possible, so we don't allow those things. So Wednesday noon, whatever the form you submit, that should be your final choice. Based on that we will do the selection. Of course, even if there are vacancies, very difficult for us to change student from one special degree to another one. So we do not try to, we try to avoid problems like that, because that will create a chain reaction. So that is the basic introduction I have. Anything else, Dilhari, that important to tell at this point? After that we can take from discussion. So this is a very informal one. You can ask any questions related to special selection from us. I mean, you can ask any question, but we may not be able to answer. So you can ask any question related to special selection, and we have the senior staff members here to answer. So I noticed that some degrees there are, I think 187 students are eligible. So that's maybe you have done very well. So So let's start the discussion, and we can answer one by one. If you can pose the question, we can answer. Thank you.
Wait a minute. This program has been scheduled to answer the questions that you have sent through the Google form that we have sent you. So we will move on to the question session. So the first question: can I send my application forms hard copy through my friend since I am in my hometown and not in Colombo?
Yes, you can, but we can't take the responsibility. It's your responsibility.
In the fourth year final semester of the Science and Management degree, can we do academic research instead of internship to qualify to higher studies?
No, I think you can't do that because in the industry-oriented research program, so you need to do both industry training as well as the research project. Yeah, so that's.
In the last special selections, marks also published, but now there is no marks. Can you give also marks?
Actually, it was a mistake last time. So normally we publish only the eligibility numbers. What happens is that it's a Sri Lankan tradition maybe, students try to look at others' marks, not their marks. So they are comparing and then complaining about various things and why I am not getting selected, why the other person is getting selected. So in principle, you are supposed to worry about your marks. So we have the detailed marks with us, but last time I thought it is all right because it's very transparent, then it is fine. But this time what we have done is we have beforehand all the heads and the departments, they have gone through the lists. So we don't expect any major errors. Because of that, you don't have to worry about the marks. And the GPA you can get from, you can calculate by yourself, so you know the GPA.
In the application form, we can see 2 boxes to tick to research and industrial degrees. Can we tick both?
So just give us few minutes, we will look at the form and answer that. Oh, they got. It doesn't matter, ne? Yeah, it doesn't matter because some other degrees, if you are selecting research degrees, you can take that, and if you are selecting other degrees industry, you can take that. So both you can take if you want, if you have selected. If you haven't selected, you can tick one. It doesn't matter for your selection, it matters for the preference is the one that matters.
Can students pursue higher studies after doing molecular biology and biochemistry industry-oriented degree?
Yes, of course you can, because then your seniors that who have already done the program, so they have gone for their PhDs.
I will elaborate it. So if you want to do higher studies, having a 4-year degree is useful. But that doesn't mean that even 3 years you cannot do a higher study. So I know number of people who are from our time to now, they have gone after doing the general degree, they have applied and they have secured places. So if you do a 4-year degree, one advantage is that when you do a research project or industry or research project, you actually work with academic. So it's easy for you to get a recommendation.
Those are the things that can help you when you apply. But 4-year degree, normally foreign universities, they prefer 4-year degrees. But Bachelor of Science degree is the main degree you need to do a higher study. But if you have to academically do well if you want to do a higher studies.
As I was suffering from dengue, I wasn't able to face EN 2008 exam. According to the list, I am not eligible for EN special. Is there any possibility of getting eligible?
If it is second year course, no, because now you cannot repeat it or sit for it again. So these are some of the problems we are having because we don't have make-up test. If you miss an exam in the second year, you may not be able to get the placement for that particular special degree.
Should we apply 2 applications considering research-oriented and industrial-oriented programs separately?
We will consider only one, so one will be rejected. So don't apply, submit 2 forms, just submit 1 form.
Madam, this time aren't we receive the list with weighted marks? Same question. Repeated question. Why is the industry-oriented course, business and environment, not mentioned in the eligibility list when other industrial courses have been mentioned?
I thought they put their preference. Can I see the form again?
No, sir. They are asking in the eligibility list.
What is the degree not mentioned in the eligibility list?
Business, environmental.
We will check and let you know. I will call and check whether it is there or not. We will check that and answer it. We can.
If ISMF students select science and management degree, there are more physics, chemistry subject that they do not know, then can he select some other subject?
No, so you can't select other subjects because actually now it is been already streamlined and so the subjects that we offer only, so you can select.
Like last year, sir, can I drop both CES and NS course in the first year? It's not relevant. It's not relevant here. Madam, can you explain how BSc honors in pharmacy programs lectures are going? Repeated questions, Daniel? Repeated.
So, BSc Honours in Pharmacy is conducted with the Department of Chemistry and with Department of Pharmacology. So, we have some lectures conducted at the medical faculty. And some practicals are also conducted at the medical faculty. So, it's a program that is conducted together with the Department of Pharmacology.
Because of the lack of data available in the current list, I cannot find which certain degrees I have greater choice to get in. Is there any possibility to upload a detailed eligibility list?
No, we are not going to disclose the GPAs or raw marks and things like that. What we want is your preference. So now the question, it looks like you are looking at marks and trying to see whether you have better degrees, that you have a better chance of getting selected. That's not the way it works. Whatever the preference you can put there, you won't be penalized for anything. Whether it is 10th preference even, if you are eligible, we will give that.
If we choose the general degree 3 years, do we need to fill the application? Is there any method together?
If you are if you want to do a 4-year degree only, you need to fill that. Otherwise, you don't have to fill. Because 3-year degree, then you can select courses and register for 3 years. That's the default.
What are the paths in insurance and finance program.
I think maybe you are asking about the job opportunities, right? So basically this insurance and finance degrees, which is an industrial oriented degree, which of course cater to finance and insurance industry. So there are many job opportunities available in finance sector and insurance sector.
The bioscience students who have followed all CS core courses have not selected for IT management special degree program, although it is allowed in students handbook. Is that possible?
So normally this IT and management degree program for physical science, because which require mathematics and statistics knowledge also. So especially in like that they doing this various type of like this algorithm course and the algorithm and then other type of courses like which require statistics and mathematics.
Do we get a chance to study the molecular medicine? Yeah, sure. Do we get the chance to study molecular medicine in either IIMB or MBBC special degree?
In the IIMB degree 4th year, there is a molecular medicine course of 2 credits.
In MBBC also, in 4th year, we have selected topics in biochemistry and molecular biology. So there is a one part molecular medicine.
Is it a must to come to university and hand over the application, or can we send it through a friend? For the biochemistry and molecular biology special degree, will the MB direct intake students get priority over bioscience stream students irrespective of the GPA? Yes.
So for biochemistry and molecular biology special degree, there are like 18 places for the direct intake students and 6 places for the biological science students. So they will be taken depending on their selection criteria. So biological science students, the first 6 in the list who have asked for the degree will get that opportunity, and that is they are not considered together.
Will the statics with computer science be converted to statics with data science in our batch?
Yes. From this batch we have a special degree in data science.
What are the differences industrial statistics and applied statistics? Then industrial placement necessary for honors degree candidates.
Industrial statistics that is for the ISFM students special degree, and applied statistics all physical science and the IS students they can physical science students can apply. That's the difference. So if you did the ISFM, then you can go to the industrial statistics, otherwise applied statistics.
Why there is after I got 4G degree, can I change my status to 3G to continue due to unavoidable reason?
Yes, you can. So if you are doing a 4-year degree and at after 3rd year, if you decide that you are not going to continue the 4-year degree, you can actually opt for a 3-year degree. Only thing is that the subject you followed in the 3rd year will be in the transcript, not the normal 3-year degree subjects, but it is considered as a fallback option in the sense at that point you will exit from the program after 3 years. So some students, when they don't do well in the 4th year, they try to complete the 3 year and they try to take the exit point. So yes, answer is yes.
Can we do higher studies when I get selected to industrial degrees? If can, I like to know the path for it.
So it depends on the subject area. Now, for example, the departments offering those degrees related to that particular subject. So like if you are doing, let's say, IT and electronics, you can go to physics discipline or engineering discipline, you can apply. But more than engineering, I think physics is the related one. So you need to find pathways that are suitable for those particular degrees. Actually, you can, if you have doubts, these specific ones, you can come and meet the academic advisor in the department. Before handing over your form, you can go visit the department and meet the academic advisor and discuss with the head of the department or the academic advisor.
If I am interested in following higher studies in quantum computing in future, what special degree program is it better to follow? Is it mathematics special program or physics special?
Yeah, so it has to be some either maths and physics, but related to computational work. So computational mathematics, I can give Dr. Nishanta Professor Nishanta to answer. So I have seen those who are doing maths actually, because most of the quantum computing, you actually work on the mathematical possibilities for you worked on the algorithms and things like that. But in the physics side, maybe you look into more into hardware side. So anyway, these are quantum algorithms. So let me give Dr. Nishanta, Professor Nishanta to answer.
So actually, if you are planning to do in quantum computing, the theoretical quantum computing, I think either mathematics or physics degrees are better. But if you are planning to do practical quantum computing, so which of course requires simulation, then computational physics also, physics or computational mathematics, I think is better.
I am looking forward to apply to computational physics degree, and I am not eligible for that. I have enough GPA for PH and CS courses, and I got 2.95 for AM core courses. Will that be a problem?
So I cannot understand now. If you have the eligibility requirements, your index number should be in that list. If the index number is not in that list, then of course we can't select you. So what you are saying is that you have the right requirements, but your index number is not in the list. But it has to be there if you have the right. Yeah. So just check the handbook. Handbook criteria, if you have met, your number should be in the list.
If someone didn't do some prerequisite subjects asked, can they still do the relevant degrees?
So if your number is in the eligibility list, department has verified that you can do those degrees based on the criteria we have given. Sometimes we say prerequisites, but they are recommended. That means basically those are not courses that we take into account to select you for the special degree, but they are courses that it is good that you do those courses, because then it's easy to follow that degree. So there are two different kind of things. I do not know which one you are talking about or the department you are referring to. So normally when we say prerequisites, that means it is a prerequisite for a course. For eligibility, that's a requirement. You need to do those courses and get the right GPA. I don't know whether I answered. Anybody else want to? If he has any other thing, he can again pose the question.
Is there a difference between a normal pharmacy degree and the BSc Pharmacy Honours degree program?
Normally pharmacy, BSc
So we don't have normal pharmacy degree, it is only BSc Honours Pharmacy degree we offer. I don't know, you meant from the outside the university.
This IIMB degree program contains an intensive fieldwork component as in the zoology special.
Well, no, but there is an intensive laboratory practical sessions that you will have to follow in both molecular biology and immunology. But for immunology, for example, you will be taken out to visit hospital lab, for example. But for various genetics courses, you are taken out to the field occasionally. I hope I answered your question.
What are the possible job opportunities for microbiology and biotechnology industry-oriented degree?
There's no such degree, microbiology and biotechnology industry oriented. That is, we have an external degree program in biotechnology and microbiology, not for you mainly.
What is the most suitable degree for students who are following chartered CIMA courses, industrial statistics or mathematical finance?
Both degrees are okay.
Why honors in science and management? I have several subjects for recorrection. What will happen to the list that I have made it become eligible for the one that is no longer eligible with the difference in marks?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. I have several subjects for recorrection. What will happen to the list if I have made it become eligible for the one that is no longer eligible with the difference in marks?
So, I mean, after recorrection, if you of course get into the list, so we will take you. Oh, and above we are taking.
Will the intake for honors degree increase?
At the moment, we are not looking at increasing the number because we have had an internal discussion with all the departments and they decided to keep the numbers similar. Maybe statistics, is there an increase, Rushan? Yeah, data science degree, there may be an increase. Now the statistics with computer science, for this your batch, this is the first time we will be offering the data science degree. So although the selection is done under statistics and computer science, it will be a data science degree. By the time you graduate, you get the data science degree name. So from next year onward, we will, handbook also we have changed the name. So UGC has already given tentative approval, but we didn't get the official letter, but we can go ahead now. So, but that particular degree UGC requested to increase because they also believe that in the near future there will be a lot of jobs in that area. So they wanted to produce data scientists. So we will look into statistics is looking into that, and if they increase the numbers, they will let us know. You will get the benefit then. I think there was a question regarding business and environment degree. So that is not in the eligibility list. We are looking into that.
So looks like it has not been listed, so we will, if that happens, we will maybe we will include another list into the web. We will display another one, and those who are eligible for that degree, we will give them chance to apply. So hopefully today we should be able to resolve it.
Here we have some questions that that the students asked previously, published Google form. They have been sorted according to the departments. So under Department of Mathematics, I am a student from P6 combination. If I choose to do mathematics, can I still continue higher studies in statistics like MSc in applied statistics from a local university or foreign?
Honors degree, it's up to you to decide to do the higher studies, right? So you can do higher studies in mathematics, or you can do higher studies in statistics, or you can do higher studies in any other degree, but of course you need like a basic knowledge.
What are the job opportunities after computational maths honors degree?
Sorry?
What are the job opportunities after computational maths honors degree?
So computational mathematics, like which coupled with the applied mathematics and simulation techniques and computer, especially in the Python programming and AI technique. So you can actually work with any areas which require the mathematics and AI connectivity with the data driven modeling.
Now the questions under chemistry. Now questions under chemistry department.
For you, questions for you.
Can we specialize in a field of genetics during PhD if we do chemistry as our special degree, or does the doors to a career path of genetics close up?
Yeah, so if you do a chemistry special degree, so you don't get the basics required for to like do a PhD in genetics. I think it will be little difficult, but we can't say that you can't do it. If you get the basics, then of course you can do the PhD in genetics.
Is there a higher chance to get scholarships if we choose MB or chemistry?
The previous question, the student who asked about the genetics. In plant biotechnology, we have genetics and plant breeding, and there are students who are doing PhD in genetics. If you can do plant biotechnology or plant sciences, both have the same courses.
Can we decide on the research area of which the topic for our research will be assigned? Can we get a more elaborated explanation on eligibility requirements of this degree? The problems are about biochemistry and molecular biology. Can I?
Students are selecting the topics, so after discussion, so I mean basically you will decide whether you want to do the project or not. However, the topics are given to the student, a list of topics are given to the students, so you have to pick one from the list of topics that are given.
Can we select the research supervisor as we wish depending on our topic?
Well, actually you'll have to select the supervisor. I mean, if you select the topic of the supervisor, then that supervisor will be your research supervisor. Right. So basically it will depend on the topic that you pick. Right. We will be giving you the list of topics and you will be selecting a topic. So if whoever gave the topic will be your research supervisor.
These questions are under molecular biology and biotechnology, industry oriented. Does this degree have a research component?
Small group research project which is worth of 6 credits.
After completion of the degree, can we directly apply for PhD or should we first do an MSc?
No, you can apply. It's a 4-year degree, so you can apply for PhD. And there have been students who have applied and got placements.
Is there a higher recognition for the industrial students compared to the research students when applying for higher studies abroad?
I think if it's a 4-year degree, usually you have basically industrial oriented degrees are mainly made for you to go into industry. So basically that's the difference, and research orientation is for you to go into higher studies. However, just because you did industrial oriented degree, you can't say that you cannot go for higher studies. So both are recognized. I can't say which one is more recognized.
These questions are under Department of Physics. If in the case of remaining slots, if in the case of remaining slots after selection, will the AMGPA requirement will be reduced?
No, we will not reduce. We will not reduce, yes.
Can we still pursue higher studies in the field of applied physics by following the specialization computational physics?
Yeah, you can either field you can go, but the opportunities are also there.
Or lesser amount of theoretical physics modules covered in computational physics compared to physics honors?
You can repeat it. Repeat the question, please.
Yeah. Or lesser amount of theoretical physics modules covered in the computational physics compared to physics honors?
I think it is maybe more theoretical, more in the computational one. You get more.
What are the job opportunities after computational physics honors degree?
Well, there are all the students, those who have got through our degrees, they get a job maybe immediately after the degree, or maybe because we sometimes offer a demonstrator post for most of the students. So they get 1 year in the university as a demonstrator if they have better results. So that during that time they will find a job also.
What are the job opportunities after completing this honors degree, electronics and IT?
You have many, of course, because it's a applied type of thing. So many students they will get. Yeah, I mean you don't have to worry about job opportunities in that field. Yes.
After completing this honors degree, can I apply for any kind of master's degree? If so, what kind of fields that I can pursue with a master degree? This is about electronics and IT.
We have MSc in applied electronics and also physics education in the department, but there are outside one as well.
Is there a possibility for me to? Sorry.
Just to elaborate few things. Last question was related to IT and electronics. So if you want to do higher studies, then you should apply either related to electronics or IT. Those are the two areas that you can apply. Then the computational physics, normally we are looking at somebody who's trying to model certain system, but
lot of theoretical courses also covered, because your maths and the theoretical side should be better in computational physics. And computational physics students should look into even data science area, because that's the area where you can apply what you learn into studying data and trying to extract something from the data itself. So there are opportunities like that if you want to go in that area. Now some of the students who have done computation physics and gone to do higher studies, they basically go into different areas, but those areas in physics, they do computational work. Like if you can actually go into solid state also, but solid state you can go and do computational work. So you do a lot of simulations to see solid properties and things like that. So although this level, when you look at things, higher level you can change. For example, I know one of my batchmates, she did chemistry special and went abroad, and she did English PhD. So there are people like, because the US, that transition is more flexible compared to here. So when you go for higher studies, if you are bright, then you can actually do different things. Now I know people who have done physics and then go into biophysics and things like that. So opportunities are different.
Is there a possibility for me to get a scholarship through the honors degree electronics and IT?
Scholarships in US, yes, you can get, but this is more towards job oriented.
If I want to get in the IT field, will doing this degree be effective, or doing IT and management more effective?
It depends on your satisfaction also, because sometimes people comes to do computational physics, for example, just because that they didn't get a chance to go to another one, and then of course later on, you get bored. So therefore, this you have to. There's a thing called job satisfaction and all like that. So that some people have their flair, passion for computational work, passion for IT, like that. So, so that you have to decide.
Now these questions are based on, for the Department of Statistics, under the course data science, is there a research oriented or an industry oriented program? What can't ISM students apply for this, although we do the same subjects as physical students?
Right. The first thing, data science special degree is a research oriented one. And the second question, why IS students can't do the data science special degree? Because they didn't follow the same courses. There are some differences in the courses. And IS students, we have IS special degree, and data science, that course may previously given as a statistics with computer science for the physical science students. So that special degree is only for the physical science students.
If someone didn't do ST 1011 or IS 1009 prerequisite for IS 3001, can they still do the degree?
They can do the degree, but the problem is that they can do the course. I think that may be the question. If there are some prerequisite, that means we are expecting that knowledge to continue that module. Sometimes we allow the students to do the subjects if they can take the responsibility to get that knowledge. Otherwise, the prerequisite means that previous knowledge required to do that particular subject.
Now these questions are based on the zoology and environmental sciences. Which students are given priority when selecting for the program out of all the eligible students? Due to illness, I could not face EN 2008 exam. Am I eligible for the special selection? What are the job opportunities for the degree and program, and in which countries? This is about environmental science.
students, you know, okay. Okay. Is this switched on? Yes? Okay, let me take that again. Environment science, as you know, is a globally important subject area. So, you know, if you do well, you know, sky is the limit, and there are students who are even at Oxford right now, you know, who have graduated with EN special degrees. Locally, of course, we have our own environment science MSc, and there are a variable variety of job opportunities in the government sector as well as in the private sector.
I repeated organic chemistry first time and got a A- for the second time. Is there a chance for me to do IIMB special degree? My current GPA is 3.6.
So it's just that you have to stick to the what is given in your handbook, right? So if you have a GPA of 3 for ZL core courses and a GPA of 2.7 for BT 1011, CH 1012 and CH 2013, you will be eligible. Yes, sorry. Yes, so if it's a repeat, you will only get a C for special selection. Yes.
These questions are under Department of Nuclear Science. Nuclear medical science, are there any job opportunities available within Sri Lanka?
Nuclear medical science, directly there are no job opportunities. Medical applications are there in nuclear science, in hospitals, radiological units, but we can't really say nuclear medical science degree will, because there is a recruitment scheme, especially in government hospitals. So, we can't say, okay, this you are guaranteed to have a job. But then, if you take foreign countries, of course, there are many nuclear medical science applications and foreign opportunities. And especially if you are a bio background, you can go for radiobiology, and then radiology or imaging science. So those are the opportunities you have.
What are the subject areas available for higher studies under nuclear medical sciences?
So in the past, our students, nuclear medical science, both physical science background and bioscience background students are eligible. So depending on your background, those students have got the higher studies opportunities. Some have gone as medical physics higher studies, health physics, and then some have got, if you are a bio student, radiobiology, and then if you like to go for more industry-based postgraduate, especially Japan and Korea, they are keen on taking nuclear medical science in mainly reactor science, reactor physics. So those are the opportunities.
That will be all the questions that is under that you have given us before the session. Now back to the questions now you have asked during the session. I have ST core courses, GPA 3.77 and GPA 3.77 for all AM core courses, but I am not eligible to statistics in eligible list. Can I know why I am not in the eligible list? Yeah, I have ST core courses GPA of 3.77 and GPA 3.77 for AM core courses, but I am not in the eligible list. For statistics. Can I know why I am not in the eligible list?
Yeah, that's the issue.
One possibility
I don't know whether, repeat one. That GPA is 3.7. If they have a GPA above 3.7, then you should be there. Yes, sometimes if you repeated some subjects, or then maybe the reason. So, yes, that's a special case. You can write to us, and then we can double check that one. Yeah. Index number, you ask index number, then we'll check it.
Will the astronomy degree offered to us? Is data science degree have an industrial training?
Industry training, yes. The data science, they have an optional EC course. That is an EC course, non-credit course you have.
For the MBA and BC honors degree, if the quota of 18 won't fill from direct intake students, will the bioscience students get remaining slots?
Yes, they will.
Can we, will you consider the marks for the recorrection for the special selection? Yes. Even if we are not in the eligible list, can we apply for a special course?
No, you can't. I see. No, you cannot. If you are not in the eligible list, you cannot apply.
I want to do a master's in computer science. What is the most suitable degree to choose?
Yeah, so there are a number of degrees you can do. I mean, first thing came to my mind was IT and management, maybe, because you do a lot of covering IT degrees. Then IT and electronics is there. Then other choices are like computer-related courses, like computational physics or those kind of degrees. But you should remember that they may not do exactly what the computer science graduates do, but you will get the necessary skills to do a master's degree. So those are the related ones we have.
Some of zoology results still did not read ZL 1008. So how do you create the list without our medical subjects results ZL 1008?
I have to look into that. I assume that all the first and second year results are released. You may not see the result, but we have maybe locked the results. I do not know which state. No, because there's some other courses I noticed zoology, they haven't released the results, but they have locked it. Then the system can use it. So maybe that is the state. I will look into that. That particular question also, if they can write to me.
Does holding university colors for sports add on the existing GPA, which is be considered for special selection?
No. Those are different skills.
No more questions.
Many repeated questions. Is the number of students registered for a course under a degree program is less than 5, will it not be conducted?
Actually, we have that choice. So what happens is that normally when you look at some special programs, if you have less than 5 students, it is economically not viable to do it because you have to spend a lot of money to bring visiting lecturers, and so lecturers can do other things. But we normally allow it to the department to take a decision. So I know that some years that some courses, programs, we had lesser number of students, but department will take the decision. If they decided to drop that program for that particular year, then we will give the chance for the student to select their next preference. We will give the next preference.
Is the computational chemistry special degree difficult for bio students? How many bio students will be selected?
No, there are bio students follow computational chemistry, so I don't think it's difficult. I can't tell you the number. It will depend on how your, your. Yes, there's no quota for bio and physical sciences. It will depend on your marks. Whoever gets at the top of the list, they will be selected.
I'm not selected for any honors degrees. Can I do research in statistics department? What kind of benefits can I get as a general degree researcher?
Yeah, they don't have. Yeah, madam.
Under statistics courses, they are not able, they don't have a option to do a research within the statistics subject. So that's regarding the general degrees. I mean, on their own they can do something, but within the curriculum there is no option. Yeah, but for general students, another way to get into research is to do a master's. Get into a master's program, maybe in the stats department of our own department, or there are other options within Sri Lanka and outside also.
Other choice is that, so let's say you are interested in statistics and you want to do some research. Although you are a general degree student, you can meet a potential supervisor and talk to him, and if you are interested in, you can do a research project, but you won't get credit for that anyway. But for your interest and your learning, you can always work with him on an interesting project. That's up to you.
I have a GPA about 3 for BT courses, but I missed 1 credit course due to illness. But I am not mentioned in the eligibility list. Was missing the course affect my eligibility?
If it is a second year course, yes. If it is a second year core course, yes. But if it is a elective course, should not be the. Yes, 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 should not be in the eligible list.
In all 3 physics special in all 3 physics special programs, will all the courses mentioned in our handbook be conducted for our batch? I ask this because some courses are different compared to the previous year.
Is it different to previous year courses?
We recently had a syllabus revision. So next year the 4th year courses will also change. After that it will be the same. So gradually every year you get now first year, second year, now this time it is 3rd year. the new courses as well as all courses are there.
Is there a difference in opportunities in higher studies for a student who has followed a general degree and a MSc compared with the students having an honors degree?
It actually depends on the MSc also, but in general, we find that most of the special degrees are sort of designed so that when you go to do higher studies, initial part is already covered in our special degree. So it's, for example, when I went to do higher studies in the physics department in US, I found that third and fourth year, some of the courses I have done, they start at that level. So it is easy for me to pick up that. But if you look at the master's degrees here, they are more like geared towards industry. So for example, we don't offer physics masters, we don't offer chemistry masters. We have inorganic chemistry, so certain areas. So I think the special degree that way is more suitable when you want to do higher studies. So because they are designed for that. So if you look at a general degree and doing a master's, that doesn't mean that you cannot go and do it. But the course content covered in the masters could be slightly different because they are more geared towards an industry. So even physics, if you look at applied electronics industry, we don't cover the fourth year courses in the third and fourth year courses in the physics department. We don't cover again in the masters.
Can we apply for a demonstrator if we enroll in molecular biology and biotechnology industry-oriented degree program?
While you are a student, you cannot be a demonstrator.
Yeah, I think after completion of the degree.
After completion. So after completion,
No, the industry-oriented programs, we don't have quota yet for the demonstrator position.
The reason is actually that these industry-oriented ones, you don't have a bigger practical component. So we take demonstrators to teach practicals for the students. So therefore we take from the research-oriented one here. Preference is given to yes, yes.
So please mention the ways to do astronomical research activities with a 3-year general degree.
3-year degree, of course, if you like, you can come up with a project or something, but it's not entitled for any your degree. Only special degrees we give on these kind of things that will be a part of the degree.
What is community service calls in the mathematical special degree?
So it's basically the enhancement courses, but which of course working with the community or specific kind of like a society or any kind of like outside work which is not related to the mathematics. But that of course we introduce to enhance your other type of skills, right? Communication skills and leadership qualities and various other qualities.
Will data science degree courses be changed in this year from statistics with computer science degree?
Yes, this year, from this year onwards, we are offering data science special degree, DS courses.
So we might want to extend that the courses in the handbook, that is not what we want to.
The courses are changed. Courses were changed. Their handbook, your handbook, you can see that these courses, data science courses.
What is the final selection criterion? Is it a subject GPA or the weighted marks?
It's in the handbook.
which depend on the program, and you can look at the handbook. Handbook, of course, indicate about the different kind of programs, whether selections and eligibility criteria is also based on GPA or weighted mark.
How the internship programs starts after completion of MBA and biotech industry oriented special. We have to find places a university will provide.
So usually we look for the places especially when it comes to the MB molecular biology and biotechnology industry oriented program.
From that question, the questions that the students asked of over, so we can wind up the session. Thank you all for participating.
So thank you very much. Thank you. So,